Welcome back to Matcha Gotcha, and welcome to A-Specs, the weekly podcast that we are doing here on Matcha Gotcha, like I just mentioned. But today, as you can see, it's not just me and the beautiful Will on the right side of me today. Below me today, we have none other than the majestic Nick. Go ahead and just say hello to the world.
Yo, what's up, guys? I'm Nick. Nice to see y'all.
Yeah, and if you guys have been
Happy to be here.
watching Matcha Gotcha for a bit, you'll know us from our short, maybe, I wouldn't say shortly lived, because maybe we'll go back to it, but our One Piece A to Z series. He is usually the ones that
Yeah,
records it with me.
I'm down to revisit that at some point. So
Yeah,
we'll get
absolutely.
that. We'll talk about it at some point.
Absolutely. But how are you guys all doing tonight? We'll start off with Nick, just because he's the guest, and then we'll move on to you for a second. But I'm doing all right, just living. But
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I'm happy to join the podcast for the first time.
yeah,
I watched the other ones; it was pretty fun. So I'm looking forward to giving my thoughts today. I do yap quite a bit, so please tell me just to shut up if I'm yapping too much.
I'll let you know. Keep an eye on the time. But what
No,
about
you're
you?
good, bro.
What about you, Will? How you doing
Pod-
tonight?
Podcasts are for yapping. No, I'm doing
True.
good. I did get a small case of the flu this weekend, so if I sound a little off, that's why. But I'm feeling good right now, feeling a lot better than
Rest in peace, my
how
bro.
I originally started. Thank you, thank you. So, yeah, just if I sound a little off, keep that in mind, but I'm feeling good.
For sure, for sure. All right, well, let's just go ahead and jump right in before we get into today's topic. Now, last week we did speak about Legend ZA, and I guess the one thing to quickly mention about Legend ZA is, well, if we were recording this a day later, we'd have actually a little bit of news. Later tonight, I believe a new Mega Evolution is getting announced. At the time of this recording, just to kind of date us there. So
Yeah,
in case we start talking about some other things, you'll know, okay, this is when they're talking or when they recorded. So it's either in the past or stuff. So no real news except for, and we'll go into a small segment right here about it, is a TCG set has dropped here in Japan, guys.
yep,
Yeah,
Mega
cool
Dream.
set.
Mega Dreams, that's right.
Yeah, it's a pretty
And
cool set from what we've seen of it so far.
yeah, absolutely. And I know Will kind of touched up on it last week in the podcast, but and sadly, Will could not join us for our pack opening box openings. Really, we had 5 boxes, which is funny because a
Yeah,
coworker of mine said I can't even find a single pack, and we got 5 boxes, which is pretty cool.
I was a little upset that I couldn't join you guys, but it is what it is.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we do have a little bit of I guess, a special kind of presentation. We got some pools that we did from Mega Dreams, and I'm also going to be showing the ones not just from the boxes we were doing. I'm going to show all my kind of like good pools, maybe EXs. I haven't decided if I'm going to show those off or not. I mean, they're just EXs, and we've seen them before, unless it's a Mega, like a new Mega, right? And actually,
Yeah.
not Will, sorry, excuse me. Nick has one of my pools from my first box, and you'll see why in a little bit why he has it instead of me having it. But I'll
Mhm.
just go ahead and
And
yeah,
also Will hasn't seen the polls power
no,
boxes yet, so you're gonna get his live reaction. You'll see him go,
Yeah, live.
whoa, and maybe
let
Whoa.
me
maybe
let me put this
and
one
maybe
at the end.
you
Actually,
know
now that I'm thinking
so
about it.
many crazy things you'll see from Will.
Okay,
All right, so first
I'll
of
give my
all,
best reaction.
here's I
Absolutely.
did pool the full art Ultra Ball,
Very nice. That's
which I'm
awesome.
super. This was one that Kyle was a little bit jealous of because he really wants like a full set of those, and they're like 800 yen a pop.
I do too. I do
Yeah.
too.
Let's see what else. Do you want to show one off,
Yeah, what do
Nick?
you want each?
Yeah, we'll just one
I'll
each go
match
back and
you.
forth.
I'll match you item for item. I got a full art counter gain.
Oh,
I'm not
nice.
actually generally a fan of like item like full arts, but this is pretty
Really?
cool. And I was debating building um uh Mega Absol
Rotom.
box
Oh,
and
Mega
enclosing that.
Absol.
Not
Oh,
Rotom. I think it's gonna be very kind of whatever. So I was debating building Mega Absol box. The Kangaskhan, and it's good on that deck. So
That's a good
it's cool.
segue, though.
okay.
Thank you. Speaking of Rotom, I got the fan Rotom alt art
Very
or the
nice.
AR,
nice.
which the
Very
three of
nice.
us did. Like it's like 3 of us got this alt art, which is it's really cool,
Yeah,
and
it's
I
worth like
used the card, so
it's worth a little bit too.
yeah.
My next card I got that was kind of cool was this very, very cool Cynthia's Spiritomb, which I think is really,
Ooh.
Good card.
I think
Maybe
it's
not
really,
the best
it's really
Pokemon,
cool.
but a great card. You know.
Yeah,
No,
it's
that's a
actually
good. I think
cheap
that's
as
one of
well,
the.
like, it's I went into a few shops and saw it for like a couple hundred yen. Like it's not very expensive, but
Mm.
really
Mhm.
cool. I love like the how evil Spirit was on the side, and the kind of like Cynthia's quite like just the color really kind of blends her into
Yeah.
Spirit as her main focus. Really cool, really cool design.
For sure, for sure.
I don't think you can make Cynthia look bad on a card. It's
Very
pretty,
true.
That looks
100%.
great. That card looks great.
Absolutely.
So next is one that I'm pretty happy about, and it's a Jamming Tower full art, which I was super happy to
Oh,
get.
nice.
Yeah. Once again, another card I use in the past couple cards I both use in my Raging Bolt deck. So like so far these are all actually the first one, the Ultra Ball I use in my Charizard, but the other ones. Of
Yeah.
course.
I actually didn't know. I was debating on whether or not I should buy the gold jamming towers because I want my Dragapult deck to be all
Blinged
blinged out.
Yeah, for sure.
And I didn't know that jamming tower was going to be reprinted and get a full art like that.
Yeah.
And I prefer the color anyways over just the pure gold. So I'm glad that
It's got a
someone's
sweet
gotten
little
it. Yeah.
Talo up
Looks
there
cool.
too, if you can see it. If you can see it in my
Yeah.
camera, maybe not of the glare, but there's a Talo like flying above it, which is pretty cool.
Oh, okay.
It's very
Whereabouts?
just gonna put it right
Oh,
there for
yeah,
you,
yeah,
the
I see
viewing
it.
for you guys to see. Yeah.
Andrew used to do the kind of the hand behind like the
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
So my next pull that I got was this is not my pull. This is Andrew's pull that we kind of
Oh yeah, okay.
traded
We
due
traded.
to-
You'll see.
So basically, we all had a chase card that we wanted from the set, and I pulled
Not to
Andrew's
spoil
chase
it.
card, and because of that, well, I don't know if everyone knows what your chase card was, to be honest. I don't know if everyone knows them, but Andrew wanted a certain chase card, and we got it. So I got Andrew's Mega Holucha, which I think is actually pretty drippy.
Oh,
Some of these-
nice.
So I pulled that
Mega
one, yeah.
cards aren't so great, but I think this is kind of cool. Mega Holucha as a card is pretty okay. Its ability is kind of interesting because it can stop itself dying for a coin toss.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be that relevant in the meta.
No.
But anyway, I think it was pretty cool. It's cool in my binder, so that's pretty sweet.
Absolutely. Next one is another card that I run in my Raging Bolt deck now, or even not even now. Like I've always run it. Is a Crystal or Glass Trumpet. I believe it depends on which translation you're looking at. But yeah, I really like the look of this one.
Yeah.
Pretty
So-
sweet.
I think I've normally seen crystal.
Yeah, that's what I've seen
Yeah,
too.
it's-
Well, in Japanese in katakana it says Crystal Trumpet, right? It's
Yeah.
or no, no,
okay.
opposite. It's Crystal Trumpet in English because I'm looking at it now. It says Grasu no like rampa. Rampa.
Yeah.
So it's like it's glass in Japanese, but it's crystal. Like I think in like the actual official
Alright.
translation.
Okay.
Okay. So Andrew got that. My next pull, which is pretty cool, was Mega Lucario.
Hey,
This is pretty
Oh,
awesome.
very nice.
And to go alongside of it, so usually I thought I'll because I'm gonna run this in my Golden Go deck because there was a recently in one of the regional, I think it was the LAIC. I mean, there's a Golden Go deck that plays pretty highly. I can't remember the player. I should know it because I had the deck list saved.
Mm.
Anyway, they ran Lucario, which I think is I also run Golden Go. I thought it was a really cool tech
gross.
because it gives you another attacker to use, and you can use the energy in your discard pile.
Mm.
And if you get like locked from using Golden Go, this guy's a very strong attacker. So to go alongside the full art Mega Lucario I got, I did also buy myself a full art Riolu, which so now I have these.
Ooh,
Gosh,
nice.
you're gonna make
just,
me-
just a one of both.
I
but I
pulled
thought-
my Riolu because I have that as well. Let me just.
It's like 300
Mhm.
yen, so I just got it. So
Where is it?
it was cheap to get. So I thought I'd have I can slap this guy down and summon the cool guy. That's pretty cool with me. So that was a pretty good pull.
Yeah, so what Will or not sorry. I always get your guys' names mixed up and I don't know why I do that because you're both cool.
It's
Like,
because we're
that's-
like the same guy.
Yeah.
We always make the same.
Yeah, we're the same.
So
we're
going along
freaking
that,
epic, dude.
this is like my AR binder. I got the Riolu right there as well. And
Very
what
cool.
Nick didn't notice is at the same time as him showing off his, I also showed off. I pulled the exact same card. So it's
Oh yeah, I noticed. Yeah.
Oh, you did. Okay, so yeah, we both
I was-
pulled
I
the
was-
Mega
I was
Lucario.
young.
Yeah.
Yeah, we both pulled it within a couple because Andrew did want that one, and then Angelus was like, "Yo, I got it too," so it's pretty cool.
And then I'll just show another one because like it's funny. I've gotten 3 tools, so I got like because there's one per box, and I somehow got all of them. So I got the Rocket Communicator,
Yeah, you did.
which is funny because like I know Kyle plays the Rocket Porygon deck. He knows it's not great, but I also play the Rocket Nidoking because for those of you guys who don't know me personally, Nidoking is my favorite Pokemon. But sadly, it's just so bad.
Not good.
I mean, so there is like not like the Rocket Nidoking, but and it's not an EX, but apparently there was for a little bit from the 151 set. That Nidoking had like a couple decks that was going around, but
Okay.
I think sadly
Do you
just
have the Fallout Nidoking? Or the Fallout Rocket Nidoking? Do you have the Fallout?
no. I really want it
No.
though. Like that would be something I might just shell out money, get it graded, but like even if it is a 10, just not sell because that's like.
Yeah.
One of my favorite cards, period. And Rocket was one of those sets that we weren't able to get a hold of because it was just that was around the time that cards started disappearing. Like you had to pre-order, you weren't getting any. But go ahead.
Okay,
with
so
another
I go
one.
next.
Yeah.
So this is my final poll. I think Andrew probably has one more as well.
I've got quite a few more actually.
Oh yeah, I guess because you obviously bought.
I had another
so-
box, right? So
Yeah. So this is my final poll of my thingies. I technically didn't pull this, but I did get Ends Zekrom.
yeah.
Is a very
So it matches the
nice.
Reshiram now.
So yeah, so I got myself. I actually pulled the Psyduck, which has the damp ability, which stops cards like Dust Noir Bomb,
yeah.
that kind of thing. And our friend Kyle, who's on Magic Archer as well, he pulled Zekrom,
Yeah.
and I have the End Zekrom deck. It's one of my I suppose my main decks. In tournaments, I've been using Golden Go recently because it's just fun. But I do like N as a character. I love Black and White's one of my favorite games. This card's really cool, and I also do have the Ends Restaurant, which Andrew kindly pulled for me.
Nice.
The glare is really bad on this, but anyway, I do have
So shiny,
Ends
bro.
Restaurant. Now I have both of these guys, which is really cool.
Which means you have to
I did run
play that deck, win or lose now from now on. You can't play Golden Go
100%.
anymore. No more Golden Go forever.
Also, recently, I guess my last cool thing that they've done recently is in Japan. They recently released an N deck box, which Andrew and Kyle
Oh, nice.
look up for me for my birthday, which is very nice of them.
Matt's on the
And
way.
There are N sleeves too, and they also got me the playmat, which once again thank you for that. But yeah, really cool. So now I have N's Restaurant, N Zekrom, N sleeves, and deck box. So much cool stuff. Yeah.
All right, I
That's
guess I'll
great.
just go ahead
Just
into a couple
start
more.
off,
So
yeah.
the next
Go ahead.
one's not actually an AR or anything. It's just one of the. It is Halucha EX or Mega Halucha EX. I got this one in the same box as the one that you have now, Nick, which very interesting. I mean, I just wanted to show off the new EX. One that 3 of us also got, and I know you purchased this. Or no, you didn't purchase this. Never mind. But like, I got the Badoo AR, and like, I believe our friend Kira got it, and then also Kyle got it as well. So there's 3 of us that have this card now.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, I don't know if you can see it actually, probably not like on the camera, but like there's like this like weird like misprinted line across it, and it's like bad for all of us. Like all of us have like this
Oh,
weird
really?
like
Yeah.
print crease on it.
Yeah,
and it's
I
so
really-
weird.
Kira mentioned that when we opened.
Yeah.
I really want that Badoo card. That's like one of my chases in this
It's
set,
such a
actually.
cool card.
It's a gorgeous card. And I mentioned in our last episode too, the art that they came out with Purdue for the merch that you can get in the Pokemon Center.
Yeah.
I really love that art too. It's not a playmat. I really want it to be a playmat. But that's one of my chase cards. And if you're saying you all have the reprint, the print line issue on it, then I'm a little worried.
Yeah.
I'm a little stressed out about that.
Yeah, I think it's the first thing besides it being really, really cute. It's the first thing that I think like Kira and Andrew noticed. They were like, what's this? What's all this print
Why
here?"
is this line? Yeah.
It's pretty
Mhm.
noticeable, but yeah.
So
Like
another
the censoring was kind of off too,
Yeah.
like a bit weird.
It was very odd, but like, so these next 2 are actually probably one of my favorite just arts in the set. They may not be the rares or worth a lot, but like, so this one is Hops Trevenant, which I
that's really
think is
cool,
like such a cool
yeah.
card.
Super cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to get a good angle where you can kind of see it better without like a bad glare.
Yeah. Yeah, good luck, dude. Good luck.
And then this is probably my favorite art in the entire set, just because like I love Gold and Silver. It was like the first Pokemon game I ever owned personally, as we talked like a while, like 2 weeks ago or whatever. But is the Ethan's Mag Cargo.
That's so
That is like
Ooh,
one of my
nice.
favorite artworks there is. It reminds me a lot of the Ethan's, Typhlosion, which is
Mhm.
It is
I'm
awesome.
I'm actually considering going back to playing Ethan because like that and like I have Skeledirge in it right now, which is just bad. But I'm thinking about going back and playing Ethan's again because that was just like it's a fun deck to play.
They have
Yeah, it seems like a real fun deck to play.
I was looking at some card up like yesterday, and they actually had the Ethan's Macargo, like quite cheap. And I was I was looking for like 120 yen, and I was like, can I just grab a copy because it does look really cool.
It's a really
But
cool.
I don't really like
Mhm.
Macargo. Like Macargo's kind of
You don't use
but
it.
The card itself, cool.
Like the funny thing about Ethan's deck is the only Ethan Pokemon you actually run in it is the Typhlosion, and that's
What
it.
Yeah.
Because
No, you don't even run Ho-Oh.
Yeah.
Like you don't need to run Ho-Oh. Like because you really focus on the. I mean, I guess you could, but like from what I've seen mostly is people just run the Typhlosion and just like other normal pieces, or they run like a second attacker. I even seen Pidgeot, but that's leaving us soon. But that's another day.
Mhm.
But the final card I have is Will you're gonna like. Maybe it's not as impressive as I'm thinking, but as Nick mentioned, this is was my chase card, and I was actually the only person who got their chase card, which is a little disappointing. I was hoping everyone else got it, but I got the Mega Inferno
Ooh,
X
very nice.
Charizard, Mega Charizard X, because as you guys know, I'm a dirty Charizard player. I play the Terra one. Well, actually, I'm actually really moving away from Terra Charizard as a whole. Like I only run one now, and I just run 3 Megas because I feel like they honestly play against each other too much. And
I can't wait for
No.
Terra Charizard to go out.
Bro, that's how I feel about Golden Go though. Like I'm so excited for him to leave.
That's totally fair. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's totally fair. I also was having Godo's to leave. We'll get into this movie in a minute because we talk about it, but I think the G going is gonna be so healthy. Anyway, we'll talk about it.
I don't know. Like, yeah, we'll talk about it in a minute, but like it's gonna be such a huge shift.
Absolutely.
We'll talk about that in our main topic, which kind of goes hand in hand together. So next we're gonna be moving on because, like I mentioned, there's just no news. So it's like there's not much going on in the world of Pokemon this week outside of like we got the new Mega stuff coming, but or like the Mega Evolution that's gonna be announced, and I'm not staying up for it because if it's like last time where it's a minute and a half just to see Mega Zeraora, ooh, then I'm gonna be not impressed by that. But we're just gonna go ahead and move on to the international, the LAIC, Latin America International, which took place in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Not this past weekend, but as we are recording this, but the weekend before, because this past weekend was another tournament, and we'll get into that next week, of course. So this one, I mean, of course, like, the top 4 players, at least VGC wise, make it to Worlds. And we're going to talk about those 4 teams right now for the VGC's portion of this.
Sao Paulo, yeah?
Yeah, Sao Paulo. That's right.
Yeah.
And then, so we're going to go, like we did last time, we're going to talk about VGC side, and then we're going to move into the TCG right afterwards. So, the first place teams, or the top 4 teams, we got Yumi Kinugawa's team, which has Whimsicott, Incineroar. Oh gosh, the Flamingo. What is that called? I'm so bad at
Flamigo.
Wow,
Flamigo.
I honestly could just put Flamingo, and it would be close. Like Flamigo. The one that I'm super happy for, Hisuian Typhlosion. I always say this one wrong. It's it's like
Farigiraf.
Oh, I said it right. Oh my gosh. And then Ursaluna Blood Moon as the first place team. I'm so happy, but we'll go ahead and get to it a little bit. Next we have Juan Sereno, who has Rillaboom, Incineroar, Golden Go, Sneasler, Dragonite, and also Ursaluna Blood Moon. We have Yuya Tada with Sinetcha. I probably butchered that name. Man, Scarlet and Violet's Pokemon. Sinistra. I say the names wrong for the Scarlet and Violet Pokemon. Like it's like so bad. Incineroar, Frigoraph, Archaludon, Propeller, or Pelipper. Sorry, I just say all Pokemon name wrong. I guess Propeller, Pelipper.
Making new Pokemon here.
Yeah, oh gosh, and then Ursaluna Bloom.
He's so excited.
I'm
about
so excited.
Hisuian Typhlosion.
I'm so excited. Like, bro, like you can't even. Bro, I am so excited. Like, come on. I got my boy here. But anyways. And then we got also, sorry, not to take any discredit from fourth place, but fourth place is Theotime Masson, which, sorry to anyone from France if I butchered your name.
I think it'd be Teotime.
Yeah, Teotime. Yeah. And then they have Rillaboom, Incineroar, Basculegion, Volcarona, the dreaded Alolan Ninetales, and Ursaluna Bloodmoon. And there are, just like I asked Will last week, but this time I'm going to ask you guys this week, what is the similarity between all four of these teams?
I think the similarity is that there are a top four in the tournament. You know, we had a top four.
There's 2 Pokemon that are on all 4 teams.
Yeah, Ursaluna Bloodmoon and Incineroar. Like,
last week it was Incineroar in all of them, but this week it is also accompanied by Ursaluna Bloodmoon. I mean, they're both just good Pokemon.
It's
right now.
It's not like I think it's one of them things where it's not a shot.
No, absolutely not. Like
Incineroar has been the best VGC Pokemon, or arguably the best VGC
of
Pokemon
all time. Right.
I think the best not of all time, but just in recent years, like since it was in release, like it's just amazing. Like I think even like if you look at the sets for a Fake Out Knockoff Party Shot Flare Blitz, the set's like the same.
Pretty standard.
Like no one's really, and you see the safety goggles, Citrus Berry.
Yeah.
This is the fourth place player ran Taunt, but in the top after the top 4 people, they're basically running the same Incineroar. Which says a lot about how strong it is.
Yeah.
There's no real iterations on what it does. It just
I think the only other different move it could have is I know some people replace Flare Blitz with Will-O-Wisp sometimes, but
or U-turn.
Yeah, or U-turn instead of Parting Shot, right?
I see U-turn as well.
Yeah, I mean, as the fourth place player had Taunt instead of Flare Blitz, which can be helpful in certain matches, I suppose, for setting up and things like that. Like, I guess if you have Golden Go with Nasty Plot, you can bait that out.
Yeah.
Run a Taunt, and if someone's expecting it, and they go for the Nasty Plot, it wastes their turn, which is really good.
But yeah, for sure. Now, like, let's talk about this first place again. We got my boy Hisuian Typhlosion with the choice specs: Fire Terra type, Ability Blaze, Eruption, Shadow Ball, Heat Wave, and Overheat. And I'm assuming, yep, exactly. The Whimsicott has a Sunny Day. I have run that team on something similar at least. I don't know. I don't have Whimsicott. I have Torkoal instead because I just like the Drought ability, just because it
Drought, immediately,
yeah. But like lock it into Overheat, or like if you start with it, the Eruption is just it does so much damage and just so much early pressure. And then like I feel like you got 2 modes in this like as well. You can do like the Tailwind with the Whimsicott, or the Farigiraf, you do the Trick Room, right? So it's like, I just feel like I just can't keep. I'm so excited that Typhlosion has won. So it's like, you know, like no offense to the other teams as well either, but like anytime Golden Go doesn't win in either TCG or VGC, I'm a pretty happy fella. So
that's fair, yeah. I think the inclusion of the Hisuian Typhlosion is really interesting because it does like hit quite a lot of the things that are in the meta. Sinistra, Rillaboom, it probably hit, you know, even Incineroar for good damage, kills Golden Go, kills Ninetales. I'm looking at I'm just scrolling down on the page I'm on now, and no other team actually has a Hisuian Typhlosion. It's pretty until you get to 21st place.
7th place has Hisuian Typhlosion.
Did I miss that? Right.
Yeah, it's Hisuian Typhlosion plus Torkoal.
You're right. But it's not a very common Pokemon, but I think it's a really interesting choice.
Yeah.
Because it probably could catch you off and like do a lot of damage and take out a lot of good.
Yeah.
Their options are going to tear through teams.
Because you think about it, with fire typing right now, like you have Incineroar, but like it's not meant to be your
Mhm.
like big damage dealer, right? It's your support Pokemon.
Yeah.
So it's like it's nice to see like a fire
Well-
type be up there a little bit more.
I think having, like you said earlier,
I think it's called
the
Corona.
flexibility between Whimsicott or Farigiraf with the Trick Room and Tailwind is really what was kind of missing with Hisuian Typhlosion. Because last time
Hmm.
when we were practicing VGC for your tournament, Andrew, that's one thing we noticed that Hisuian Typhlosion was really lacking, right?
Yeah, it was running the Jump Pluff,
Mm.
which can do similar things as the Whimsicott, of course. But like the problem is they didn't have like a second mode, right? Like in case like I couldn't really like they didn't have like a trip.
No, it wasn't.
set. I don't.
It wasn't Jump Bluff. It was Illumise, wasn't it?
Oh
Volbeat, one of
yeah,
those two.
it was the dumb beetle.
Yeah.
And because like yeah, no, the Jump Pluff was with the one I ended up taking because that had Charizard in the team.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, it was such a weird.
So
It was so
you.
weird.
Yeah, the team you had was, I can't remember why. Oh, it was because I think Illumise had Prankster, so you could
Yeah.
set up Tailwind. So you could set up Tailwind with priority. But I think just being able to have a better setup mon like Whimsicott or Farigiraf really helps out the Hisuian Typhlosion. So I'm glad to see that it did really well for this LAIC. Pretty surprised about that, and yeah, I think it's just good to see new stuff in the mix-up. Again, especially like one of you mentioned earlier. You have Incineroar as your fire type, right?
Yeah.
You have the best fire type in the game. You have the best Pokemon in the VGC. Why wouldn't you take any? Why would you take any other fire
Yeah.
Pokemon? Right.
Hmm.
So I think, and then Eruption. I think Eruption can also be pretty rough because it deals damage based off of your HP, right?
It's bad
That's
as
right,
if you've
yeah.
taken damage, right? And then that's like almost like you have to
Yeah.
switch into something. Like, cause like especially with because
Yeah.
it's choice specs, right? So you select eruption. Like that's you only select eruption in my opinion if you're leading with Typhlosion, like just to get early
Hmm.
maybe surprise damage off. And if you've already taken damage
Yeah.
from Heat Wave, is just safer. Like especially if it's your last like if Hisuian Typhlosion is your last Pokemon, you're not locking into eruption probably. Like you're probably gonna go for
Yeah, like I feel
overheat.
I
Or
feel
not
like
overheat,
if you
sorry.
see a Hisuian Typhlosion on the field, you know it has Eruption, and then you can just go like, "Hey, take that guy out," right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Double
Or
into
wide
it.
guard,
really-
or
but-
just wide guard. Have like
It's
Yeah.
really like a target, like a threat. I think it's definitely good though because you definitely can't pull things apart. Like I think even something like Incineroar probably take a good amount of damage from a choice spec boosted full HP Sunny Day eruption. Like that.
Oh,
would do
absolutely.
So
lot of
much damage. Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
definitely good inclusion.
I
Um,
also want to do an honorable mention for fifth place real quick for a second. Did you look at fifth place team? So it's
I'm now, yeah. It's Venusaur,
over
Dusclops,
over
Dragonite,
brought Venusaur, Torkoal,
Torkoal,
Incineroar, Annihilate. The return of Dusclops and Dragonite, because I know Dusclops for a while because there was just not a lot of good Trick Room setters like during the earlier regulations of Scarlet and Violet. He was the go-to one, and you kind of find like a pretty good niche.
Anyways, so yeah, TCG, LAIC, champion Pedro Pertusi. Sorry if I'm butchering that. Shout out Pedro. Good job. Congratulations.
Wait, depends what Pokemon did he use.
Gardevoir.
Gardevoir Jellicent.
Disgusting. No longer. I'm just kidding. Congratulations, regardless. But
Yeah, Pedro Pertusi, congratulations on the first place victory. Second place, Sebastian Lashmet, running the same deck. It was a mirror match.
I can't wait for Gardevoir to rotate out. Oh gosh.
Third place, Yoshiyuki Yamaguchi at Mega Absol box with Mega Absol and Mega Kangaskhan.
Oh, okay.
Simon Trottier, I'm sorry, I'm butchering these names. Simon Trottier Lacasse, Goldengo Lunatone, and fifth place Justin Templar with Dragapult Dusknoir. So, again, congratulations to
Yeah,
Pedro and all
congratulations.
of these. Yeah, congratulations to all of these players and all the achievements they've achieved, all the
But
achievements they've achieved, and all the challenges they've overcome to get here and to where they are. But
but
I'm going to repeat what I said. I'm going to repeat what I said last week with the Las Vegas championship. If you're looking at these top 5 and the top 15, they're all the same 4 decks.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. I
The
think
only
Pokemon's
decks
in a
you'll
way.
see in the top 15, only decks you'll see in the top 15 are Gardevoir, Jellicent, Mega Absol, Mega Kangaskhan Box, Goldengo Lunatone, Dragapult, and then there is a one of Dragapult Dusknoir, a one of Grimmsnarl, Marnie's Grimmsnarl, and a one of N's Zoroark. Those are
Hey,
the only 3 decks. Those are the only 3 decks in the top 15 that aren't the same deck in the top 5.
how did we
Right.
get here? Oh
And
gosh.
as you,
So it's pretty rough. I think it's very rough just for the meta right now. I think once rotation comes out and we lose a lot of
A lot
decks
of a lot.
that Gardevoir, a lot of people are saying it's tier 1. I think it's tier 0.
Yeah,
Um,
I might be with you on that. Like for sure.
I think right now Gardevoir is tier 0. We did see a drop in it for a little while, but it has been back on the rise, especially back in countries outside of Japan. In the I don't know what they call it outside of Japan. Is it just
it's a
international, right?
yeah, it's like the
Yeah.
TPIC, I believe.
Yeah, TPIC. So the TPIC is especially has been seeing more popularity with Gardevoir, partly because of the one of copy of Mega Diancie that has been very popular in the deck.
Yeah, that plus the
Um,
psychic patch, right?
How?
Like the
Yeah, Psychic Patch. However, Pedro did not run that, and neither did
Yeah.
Sebastian. I don't think. Let me double check
neither
here.
the winning decks, neither I'm looking at the list now. Neither the winning decks ran
really?
the
Mhm.
Like the
the name Dancy.
Really?
Neither of them ran it, so
Yeah.
I think it's more.
Again,
I think it's more at this point more of a tech choice.
It's more of a tech choice, yeah, but nonetheless, it's still getting quite popular.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't really have too much to say. If you want to see more in-depth stuff, go watch our last episode 2, that we
Yeah.
released last week.
I do think that when the reg change happens, we'll see more variation. I think the actual deck builds themselves are pretty like standard. Nothing really like groundbreaking. The one I was mentioning about Lucario before. I actually took Lucario before. I was taking my current Golden Gold build from that LAIC third place, fourth place deck book. I think the Lucario is a really cool addition to give the deck another attacker. But
Yeah.
that's my thoughts.
Yeah, and just as a kind of connection there, it is February for us here in Japan. For everyone else in the world, I think it's like April. I think is around the time, I believe. But other than that, I'm happy to see the new reg change. I didn't like it last time, and a part of me is a little bit sad this time too, just because I run Pidgeot, but at the same time I understand that Pidgeot's not healthy, because like when you can search for anything, it's pretty annoying. But as a Charizard player, that's standard, right? But
I sincerely hope that that we don't get Pidgeot for like at least a year, because I personally think the cards like Pidgeot are just not healthy. Like they should always, I don't know, like to keep the game in a healthy state for me personally, there should be restrictions to what you're searching.
But
there should
Nest
be
Ball.
thingy. And well, okay, so in saying that, so you have Pidgeot, which can search for anything that you want. Nest Ball is also going. I think Nest Ball is a really bad card too, because Nest Ball is also one of them. It's like a pretty unrestricted basic search. But there is a card they're releasing in Japan next month in like these like starter deck things.
Oh yeah, the Poke.
Which is
portal,
it's like the Poke Pad or something like that.
Yeah.
Where it can search for any non-rule box Pokemon, which I think is a much healthier version of Nest Ball, because you add it to your hand, so it can basically get any basic like kind of, if you have like
or like a evolution
like,
too,
like,
right? It could be
like obviously now we don't like Buddy Puffin can't get the 70 health, like only 70 health guys. So stuff like Riolu, which is 80 HP,
Charmander, yeah, the new one.
Charmander 80 HP. This I can get them and get evolutions, like which is pretty good. I think it's a much healthier version. I think Nestball and stuff like Pidgeot are just too free. It's like obviously Pidgeot you've got to evolve it, but being able to do it every single turn and fish out any card you need. Like I've lost so many games to Andrew playing Charizard because he could fish out a boss or fish out an Iono or fish out another.
Pretty much anything I needed, you know.
Yeah, and it gets infuriates to play against because especially when also Pidgeot has free retreat as well.
Yeah.
My personal opinion is we shouldn't. I think at least for a good while, at least a year maybe, to not have that kind of stuff. I do feel like they've noticed that because the new power level of some of these cards for searching abilities does feel a bit lower, which I personally quite like.
It seems like they're trying to slow down the game a little bit. Because it's like, it feels like it feels like items have had such like a, which is why Badoo exists right now in my opinion. It's like I feel like items have had such just like a huge acceleration of the game that I think for this for this future sets and stuff that they have kind of been hinting at, or with this next reg change and with megas, that they're really trying to push really the choice in what you do each turn matters. Now, not to say like that doesn't matter already, but like with supporters, you can only use one a turn, right? So you really got to make that one that like for those big things like searching whatever Pokemon you want, or like to an extent ace specs, right? Because like Trolley's going to still be in the game, and that can get you any Pokemon you want, but you can only have one of that in your entire deck, right? And then you don't have access to any other ace specs. So I feel like they're really trying to slow down the game and have like searching options a little bit more. You have to choose what you want now. Instead of like, I'm going to get my energy and my Pokemon and my EX and my Mega, which like that Mega search signal thing didn't help. But I mean, but Mega Pokemon also have like, in my opinion, I mean, not opinion, it's just true. They have such a high risk and like a lot of them don't feel rewarding enough. Like, well, our friend built a Mega Scrafty deck. And even though he likes it and it's fun, he feels it's too weak, right? Because like it is, like it does have like I took 90 damage by hitting it with my like I attacked and I took 90 damage from like his heavy metal helmet and then also just Mega Scrafty's ability. But it's just like, well, I'm gonna one shot it anyways. Oh, you put it in the game again. I'm just gonna one shot it again. Yeah, with my Mega Charizard. Which Mega Charizard, in my opinion, like this thing, it feels pretty like at the moment just because of the other things. It feels balanced enough, But like, because I know originally we were thinking it was going to be like busted, but it actually feels like fine.
I think Will and I especially were like dooming it. We were like, "Bro, it's so over." Until we get Mega.
Because you were Golden, like you both played Golden Go. Though, to be fair.
And then I made a fake Mega Greninja, and Will was like, "Bro, we're so back. We better save." And I was like, "Guys, it's fake."
Nah, guys, it's fake.
You're like, "No."
Yeah, you really.
But Mega for Alligator, whenever that comes
so
out.
upset.
Whenever that, or Mega Greninja, when it actually does come out.
I literally like Photoshop, like I took like Ash Greninja, the Ash Greninja card, I put like a Mega thing, and then it was a very botched job. But Will looked at it and was like, "Wait a minute."
I believe it too.
So good.
It's so good. Wait a minute.
That's so, dude. That was literally my reaction. I was on a call with friends back home, and I saw that, and we both play the TCG back home. I was like, "You're not gonna believe this."
I was crying.
Oh
like,
no, you've
like,
made
you
a
won't believe
fake.
it. And then I'm like, this looks a little off.
This doesn't look
like,
right. Wait a
looks a
minute.
little off.
Yeah, it was peak. It was so good.
But yeah, with that said, we are coming up to the end of this segment right here where we're talking about the LAIC. And then next weekend we will, man, I'm not going to say this correctly. Oh gosh, we are going to talk about the Stuttgart Regional Championships, which is in Germany. Definitely didn't say that right. I don't have a good Germanic.
I think it is. Sounds right.
I did what I could. But, sorry, by the way, I mispronounced it earlier. It's not it's TPCI. That's the international company. I knew those, so I got the
TPCI.
I got the right letters, just in the wrong order. But
okay.
But yeah, so with that said, we're gonna move on to the actual topic of today's video, which is a big reason why we have Nick here today as well, because we knew he would be very interested and have a lot to say about this topic. Is Pokemon and we don't really have VGC experience. I have one, because I've done one tournament, and I'm actually doing another one this coming weekend. Competing as foreigners in Japan with Pokemon. like we've also competed in other games like One Piece, but this is mainly Pokemon focused channel, right? So it's like
Yeah.
so. But with that said, like I want to hear your guys' like thoughts first before I give my own 2 cents and whatnot.
Yeah, do you go first, Will, or
Yeah, I'll go first. So, I mean, compared to you two, I've spent the least amount of time here in Japan.
But you've done more playing,
but
like in my opinion.
yeah, I've done more playing just in general. So my experience, I guess my kind of resume is I've been playing Magic. I played Magic the Gathering 8 or 9 years ago. Is how I kind of got into card games, and then I eventually just got fed up with it, and then switched over to Pokemon and One Piece. But I played card games so often back in the States that when coming here and learning to play, I kind of came at like a good time where like a set hadn't come out. So like everything was still like I like memorized it in my head. So if I saw a card, I was like, okay, I still like I know what this does in English. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to ask my opponent about
Hmm.
it. But I think that being said, there are still some things that people should know if they want to come here, whether it's just for like vacation to play games, or if it's for like a tournament or worlds, or like they want to live here like we do and play games. I think despite like what I just said, it is so incredibly important that you learn Japanese,
At least like
at least
some
to a degree,
phrases,
right?
right? At least like some card game
Yeah, at
phrases.
least to a degree.
Mm.
Like we all speak Japanese here. Like the three of us, we all speak Japanese to various degrees, right?
Mm.
But I think we would all feel comfortable. We've all been to major tournaments. We've gone to major tournaments together and competed together, and I
Played
think
against
we
each other.
all, yeah. And I'm not saying this to like bash on Nick at all or anything, but I think out of the three of us, his level is maybe the lowest. And again, I'm
Yeah,
not I'm not
And
bashing on
not
you at
in a
all.
no,
rude.
that's factual. That's factual.
Yeah, not yeah. So, but I correct me if I'm wrong, but I think even with what you know, and the
Mm.
people watching this don't know what level. We haven't talked about how much we speak Japanese, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
But based off of how much Japanese you know at this moment, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, I felt like you felt comfortable going to these events and playing just simply because of the fact that one, you spoke some degree of Japanese,
Mm.
and two, because it's also on your opponent as a human to just kind of be like, this person may not fully understand my language, so I'm
Yeah.
like, it's okay to help them out a little bit, or like be a little bit more thorough with them. And I think we've all
Yeah.
experienced that too.
Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think to bounce off Will. So I've been playing guys for a while, and I came to Japan a couple of years ago. My Japanese is okay. I definitely need to improve it a lot, and I still study, and studying is hard. You know, when you're working a full-time job or
Mhm.
whatever else. One thing that put me off playing cards for a long time was that I didn't know Japanese well enough to be able to go into a card shop and start playing, because it can be a bit nerving. So obviously, like, you go into a new place with it, obviously with anywhere, but
Right.
especially with a language barrier in play. Like, it's hard to really go into a new place and be like, "Hi, I'm Nick. Nice to meet you. I want to play card games." So you couldn't do that. But I met Andrew earlier this year, and then we met Will a bit later in the year, and I started playing Pokemon like competitively as a card game just this year, and it's super fun. But I think yeah, as Will rightly said, I think learning some Japanese if you're playing in Japan is really important. Um, Definitely has helped in terms of me personally playing the game, kind of learning keywords, and I
Yeah.
think basic Japanese reading ability is really important in kind of like
Yeah.
just being able to know
Yeah.
your cards, because obviously there's a lot of times when where like I think all of us will probably check on the English card and then learn the ability. But I mean, sometimes, but also in the moment, you might, especially if you're in the middle of a game and it's kind of, let's say like we did City League a few months ago, and sometimes you're in like a bit of a stressful situation. You're like, oh, what does my card do? Oh crap, I forgot what it does. Or like maybe you forget, you maybe miss a part of the ability off, or maybe you still a strategy you don't quite know. Like I thought in the game the game that cost me getting top 8 cut for the City League, I faced an Alakazam deck, and I'd never seen Alakazam before because it came out
just
I
like a week or two,
out, but
like a week or two before.
Yeah. It was literally brand new.
Yeah, and I'd never seen it. And the only reason I knew what it did is because I could read it enough to like know the card, and that was really important. I still lost the game because I couldn't really think about it, but at least I knew why I lost.
Yeah.
As opposed to being like, I have no idea. I'm really salty. That was stupid. He like really screwed me over. But I think one thing with Japan as a place is that Japanese players are really nice. They're really friendly.
For sure.
As Will said, they're very thorough. I've never, besides like one time in quite a small tournament, I never had someone try cheating. I once at one time had I think it was with Andrew. I think you were there as well, Will. I had someone try cheating on me, saying that they I killed their one of their Pokemon, and they were, oh, but I have this card on it. It was like a bravery charm, and I was like, but then I had enough HP. Besides that, which is a bit of a weird situation, which I ended up winning anyway. It was fine. I've never had anyone try like being funny with me, and I can't stress the positive experience I've had enough of playing cards here. It's been really, really fun. There's so many nice people who are wonderful, conversational Japanese is really good, and people are really friendly. Even in City League, where like the competition's like higher and more intense.
My best conversations were there.
Yeah, it was good, right?
Yeah.
We all know some Japanese people who play with. We have a few friends that kind of at the local card shops. We see them like, yo, how you doing? We see them around, which is really fun.
Yeah.
Will especially knows so many because Will for a time was going to
gym challenge every
single day.
Literally every day. Every day for months.
Yeah, it was
5 days a week.
Good Japanese practice, good
it really is.
Practice. But I think overall Japan's a really friendly place to play, but it definitely knowing Japanese to play is important because it definitely put me off taking that foot to play in the first place, which I always wanted. I always like as long as I've been here, I always looked at the card shops and thought, wow, I want to play this card shop someday. And then eventually I met Andrew, that's an easy. Having English speakers was really good first.
Yeah.
But but people here are really welcoming in the community, and generally they're very nice. Like, and if you know some Japanese, you'll be able to have a chat with them. I've had that experience in both One Piece and Pokemon. Like, I had some really nice conversation with One Piece, and we actually met a really cool guy who plays One Piece card game with us through the One Piece, and he do play One Piece. And he's part of our kind of main group of playing cards. He's really cool. And they're Japanese, and this also speak English too, but Japanese and English. Yeah. But there's lots of really nice people in Japan who do play. I think it's a really welcoming community. But I think, as Will said, you got to be able to speak Japanese, and especially I think reading the cards is important for your own playability.
Yeah.
Because it's definitely times when you'll come up with things maybe you haven't seen before, like the strategies you don't quite know, and like it can be quite difficult in that situation. I think I played against Blood Moon Ursaluna a couple months ago in a gym battle, and I was like, "What the heck is this card?" And then I read it, but again, it's kind of same thing with Alakazam. If I didn't know what it did, if I couldn't read the card, I wouldn't have any idea. And I can't just spend hours and hours and hours and hours reading every single card in a wiki and then remembering them. So I just got to be on the spot,
Yeah, so for me, I'm going to bounce off that like really, really easily. So like my very first Pokemon competition I did in Japan, and I've been wanting to talk about this in like some way, shape, or form on Matcha Gotcha for so long, and I'm happy I finally get to talk about it. So my actual first Pokemon tournament experience was not a gym challenge; it was actually City League, which is like,
nice.
Nice is not the word. I was the
you told me this before.
I am the only person on that day who didn't get a point one way, shape, or form. Because I was the only person on the day who didn't win a game, but off technicalities too, right? Because there's some people got the bye, which technically counts, but so for me, I very distinctly remember there was a game I lost, or there was a stadium card that was played. It's the Pokemart, the one that lets you get a free goods tool every turn.
Yeah.
Had no idea. Yeah. And I had no idea what it said. Also Area Zero. That was the big one I think that I lost too, because it was like the guy was like he was running like Raikou, like V, like when V was still in the game. And like he was putting down 8 Pokemon. I was like, how are you doing that? And he's like, oh, this. But I didn't realize what he told me, that like I could use it too, because that was back when I was still kind of like learning Pokemon TCG a little bit still, because like I have always been around with TCG, but I still like was freshly learning or like relearning, because I hadn't played since like Gen 3 or something. But it's like, and like I had no idea that I could use the stadium as well. So that was like something that I know now. And then also, and I had lost a lot of those games like in that City League based off of like, and I was also using like the Charizard starting deck, like pretty much like it was still good because it had plus Pidgeot, because I had Pidgeot already. Like I had Pidgeot, it had Charizard, but I didn't have Dusknoir in there, which I didn't know was like a key component. And that was actually my first run-in with Dusknoir. And he threw himself into my Pokemon. He's like, your Pokemon's dead. And I'm like, what do you mean? It's dead. But it's like, that was like a really fun, not fun. I was pretty sad that day. But like, I had 2 friends there cheering for me. They're like, you're the only one who had like the Yu-Gi-Oh experience with like friends cheering you on. And I'm like, oh yeah, I guess that's true. But like, because like before that, us and our friends, we all kind of just chose a type. We weren't building meta decks or anything. But I feel like that was the turning point in my like trading card game career, where it's just like, nah, I want to win. Bump this. I'm going to start like actually like looking online at decks and stuff, seeing what's good, learning what's good. And when I started doing that, Kyle started doing it. And then Kyle has a good brain for building decks, so it's not fair. Like it's like he's actually really good with like theory crafting and like building decks and stuff in Pokemon, and it's like pretty cool to see that. He figured out the Mega Scrafty deck before I even thought of something, because like he's like researching like the pre-releases like pretty heavily and figuring stuff out like that. But like before I go off on tangent, like in recent tournaments I've like gone to, which hasn't been a lot as of right now for many reasons, but I'm able to be like, oh, what's that new card do? Oh, it does that, because I've been ever since doing card games, my Japanese have actually shot up a ton. And
I think mine is too, actually, to be fair. Because you talk to people, you're reading more, like you're learning more, like just like simple things, like you learn what certain words are. I learned the word actually I forgot the word now, but I did learn a certain word from I had a Noivern EX card, and I learned some kind of I think it was the word for retreat.
Oh, Nigeru.
To run away. That was it.
Oh, Nigeru.
So I learned that. And then like Waza is like
attack. Yeah.
Some attack. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Aite is like opponent. So you learn kind of like certain words and phrases that are really common in the card game language.
Yamafuda,
Tefuda, like really common in the like Ichimai is like one card. Like you learn these like really common phrases that appear in like we all play One Piece and Pokemon, so they're really common in all these kind of games. And when you know them, they really translate well. Some card games can be a bit hard. Like I know Magic, I don't think has much like
Digimon's bad. Like it's pretty bad. Yeah.
Card Fight Vanguard, which I used to play in back in the UK. I don't play here, but the cards for that, they're all kanji, so it's really difficult. But Pokemon, because it's meant for all ages, is good for that. It has the Furigana if you don't know the kanji, and also it's a good way to learn stuff. You learn kanji from it and that kind of thing. So it is handy. Yeah.
But and something else that actually helped me as well, and maybe we'll put it on a Matcha Gotcha shop in your distant future, is me and Will. We made. Not Will, sorry, Nick. Once again, mixing up the names. Me and Nick made flashcards for trading card game. We did. We made a flashcard set for teaching us the basics of Pokemon, and honestly, I was studying that every day for a bit, and that's what helped me. Really kind of push it. Yeah, so I don't do it much anymore, but if I got back into it, like it's pretty helpful. Like it was really because like actually I did so much searching because like someone must have made this. But no one has.
Yeah, we did. I just made it through Anki.
It's funny. It's funny you mentioned that because I've only been here since March, right?
Right.
And back in the US, if you want to play Pokemon, like sure you can meet up with your friends
Yeah.
and like practice. And then on the weekend or like Friday or maybe a Thursday or something, then you can compete in a like a local tournament.
Yeah.
But something that's like crazy to wrap your head around at first is one. So one, the system in Japan for tournaments is completely different than it
Oh, it's
is
so
in the
different.
US or UK. It's completely different, and you can't find. It's so incredibly difficult to find like well detailed descriptions on it,
Mm.
and like how it
Yeah.
actually like how to actually find these events and how to make an account and what you need to make an account and like once you make an account like where can I go, how do I participate, stuff like that. And then another crazy thing too is like if you want, again, like if you just meet up with your friends and play, you can go to like your
Oh yeah.
house or like you can go to the game shop and like just practice for free there. But if you want to enter a tournament, it's maybe like $5, right?
Mm.
Here, earlier Nick mentioned I would go like every day. I did go every day, 5 days a week for like multiple months. I have taken a little break just because it's been busy, but I'm competitive like that.
Oh yeah.
Another crazy thing to wrap the head around again is that even though I was going for how like 5 days a week for multiple months, I didn't spend a single dime on the tournaments. You can play for free
Certain
for in these
stores, yeah.
tournaments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Certain stores, yeah, but like
Yeah.
certain stores, you can enter these tournaments for free. You get promo packs. They give you like small little coupons, and those
Yeah.
coupons can add up to. So it's like still you're
Yeah.
essentially
Getting
making money,
stuff.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I think
and
as well. Also, you go. Yeah. This one.
I just want to say I don't think many people are talking about it because
Mm.
not a lot of foreigners are. Maybe there are, and like it's just super quiet. But
Maybe more
maybe
in
there
Tokyo,
aren't a lot of
at least,
foreigners.
right?
Oh, more in Tokyo. Yeah, we're all based in Sapporo here, but
Yeah.
at least in like Sapporo, like you don't. It was incredibly hard to find that information until I met Andrew and Nick here. Just because like I tried looking it up online and it's just like, yeah, here's how you make an account. That's it.
Yeah.
Like it didn't tell you how the tournament system works here. It didn't tell you it didn't tell you how to look for stores. It didn't tell you like how the points system works here. All stuff that's important to know if you're like super
Yeah.
competitive, right?
Well,
Mm.
maybe in the future, if put it in the comments below if you're interested, and also smash that like button and subscribe if you enjoy hearing this content. But maybe in the future we could make like maybe a guide for if people are interested, like
That
for
could be cool. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
getting
absolutely.
like if you're
Yeah.
coming to visit Japan or even moving to Japan, how to kind of get started
Uh-huh.
in. It doesn't have to just be Pokemon if you're interested in other card games, like because a lot of these card games use similar
Yeah.
systems, or at least like Pokemon
Mm.
has its system, and then the Bandai Namco ones have its system, and then the Bushido and all the like the company things. But like we're always happy to help.
Fortunately, Bandai Namco is like relatively, it's all the same.
The app
Like
just
Yeah.
whether
It's much
you're in
much
sucks.
the,
easier for
The
Bandai.
app
Like the
just
One Piece.
yeah, it's much
sucks.
easier for
I think
Bandai.
whenever we enter that One Piece tournament, it's a lot more simple. I think it's the information's a lot more tangible. I
Yeah,
think like finding the tournaments a lot simpler, a lot easier. They have a lot of free tournaments too. And if I can just bounce on something Will said about the free tournaments to my people, I guess the difference is like in Japan and the rest of the world. Japan has a lot more card shops and designated places to shop. Like a
yeah,
lot of,
Yeah,
I know coming from the UK,
America too.
like a card shop is a card shop wouldn't be a card shop. It would be like a hobby shop. We have like
Same.
Warhammer, War Games. You
yeah.
have like you
Comics.
have other whatever comic book shops like figures whatever, and
Yeah,
you have card games tables there, which in card shops here usually it's just like
Just
card
cards.
shop. Like yeah, I
Yeah.
was there's a few
just strictly cards.
Yeah.
yeah, like there's a really good shop called there are some really good shops which do kind of like have other things in them, but generally yeah, just cards. And you walk in, there's like stacks and stacks. If you played Card Shop Simulator, which I know both Andrew and I love, it's a great
Great
game.
game.
It's basically you can make your own card shop in that game. That's basically Japanese card shop. You walk in there, there's a bunch of cards like in cases. You can there's like gacha machines of cards. It's really cool. I think that just the volume of players and the volume of cards in Japan is so much higher than
Yeah.
that in the West. And I think it just obviously really helps. It makes it so like there's more of a demand obviously for that to happen. People
Yeah.
want to be playing card games every day.
Yeah.
It's like it obviously there's all the communities about it. There's people playing cards for the competitive, just for casual, like the forum that Will went to. Casual players go to those, competitive players go to those. Everyone does,
Yeah.
and they're
Yeah.
really good tournaments just to go and chill with and have a good time. I think it makes it a really good welcoming environment.
Well, that's what I
to
like
be
about
in.
it. Like Japan's like
Yeah.
Pokemon card game structure, right? Because it's like you've got your gym battles, which for those, because I don't think America has like to extent with like the same style. I never competed in America, so I don't quote me on that. But like the gym battles, that's for anyone. Win or lose, you
Yeah.
get a promo pack, right? So it's like and like
Yeah.
the only difference is like
You
first
share
place
free
gets
gear.
an extra one, and even if you get last
Yeah, so-
place, you can get an extra promo pack if you win the rock scissors paper thing at the end.
Yeah. So literally at the end of every gym battle, so the gym battle here in Japan is like the locals,
Local
the
levels.
local tournament, right? But so the gym battle, no matter how your placement is, you're at least getting one promo pack, and depending on the store, like it differs. But at the one I normally go to, you get like a 50 yen coupon,
Yeah,
which is maybe like 50 cents, right?
yeah.
You get a 50-cent coupon. The winner, the first place winner, on top of that, gets a 10% off coupon and an extra promo pack or two.
Mm.
And then after all of that, they have an additional like round of rock scissors paper, and whoever wins that gets an additional pack as well.
But first place
So,
can't
yeah,
play. Like they can't do it.
Yeah, first place can't do it. First
Yeah.
place can't do that.
It's only for those who didn't win.
Yeah.
Everyone else, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really
Yeah.
cool. As all the good stuff. Even if you don't win, you still they very much like thrive on the taking part counts. Everyone gets something out of it, which is really good. And I feel like I feel like I probably the same for America, but the UK is like, it's just the winner is what matters. Like, it doesn't really matter if you if you drown in pools, who cares? But in Japan, at least in the gym bass tournaments, because they're just kind of more like they obviously you can get competitive people in there because they're more casual. People just trying whatever decks out, they're trying new strategies, trying things for the big tournaments like City League tournaments. Because here you have gym battles, which are thingy, then you have like City Leagues, which are and like Trainers League, City League, which are like varying degrees of competitive.
Serious competitions, it says on
People
the
just
app.
kind of try. Yeah, people just kind of try different things. So I think with that, the taking part really matters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like they have something for everyone. You have the gym battles for really anyone. You've got the Trainers League, which is the first step into wanting to like qualify for Worlds, or like, because that's like you get your points, but you have like a limit of how many points in your region you can get, right?
Yeah.
Then you have the City League, which is pretty much the regional, like for us here in Japan, because like each City League is like, it's called like City League Sapporo, City League Osaka, City League Aichi, right? It's like it's all the different cities, and then you have, I think it's, what is it called? It's like the Champions League, which is I think 5 tournaments across the entire country, where if you win that one, you're invited to the Japanese championship. I'm pretty sure. Like,
I didn't know. When is that?
Oh gosh, there's one soon. I'm pretty sure in like Osaka, I think. But it's like, yeah. So they're like, it never comes here to Sapporo.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
maybe it has once, but
yeah.
Well,
I guess to kind of going back to the originals, because we've got like I think quite a big tangent here. One thing that's I think important about kind of card games in Japan is the main takeaways are that it's a very friendly, welcoming environment. Very friendly, welcoming environment.
Yeah.
People want you to play, want to have a good time. People don't cheat. Like I don't think I've heard any stories about it.
The World Championship
actually
cheats, just not in Japan.
Yeah, maybe. I think people are generally really relaxed and nice here, and
Mm,
we haven't really traveled outside of where we are to actually like, play, which I would like to sometime. But
same.
actually, I think we're
Hmm.
actually probably I think there are a couple like I think we seem to be the only kind of like one of the only foreigner groups of people that play Pong because I feel like I don't really know. I don't we don't often see many other foreign people playing Pokemon here. Like you see a few here and there,
You
but not
see
very
a couple
many.
trickle, but
Um,
never like big
Yeah.
at
groups
least
like ours, right?
yeah, never like in Sapporo where we are. But I think
Hmm.
overall it's like it's a very friendly place, welcoming place. I think it's good to go to. Definitely getting in tournaments can be a little bit funky.
Hmm.
But when you get the hang of it, it's pretty good. Like,
Yeah.
it's not so bad.
And like, not to like kind of push away for this, but I wanted to touch on like competing in like VGC for a second. Like, I only have like a little bit of talk about
Yeah,
that, but
sure.
like, you know, there there is a reason most of the world champions have been Japanese people in Pokemon. Like,
Mm,
it's so hard. But like, okay, so the bright side about competing, but it's also weird. I say bright side. So with VGC, there's no official like locals or anything. Like it's all community
mm,
ran.
Yeah.
Unless like
yeah.
it's like VGC with Pokemon, you have the global challenges which are global, but like they rank you like within your region. Like so I'm in the Japan region. And they take the top players from those
Mm,
three tournaments and that's where it goes to the championship. We don't have an all
mm,
year thing like the TCG does even in Japan where you get to like build up to that. I wish they would do something like that, like how, the
yeah.
US or the international company does. But like community stuff is still cool though. You actually get to see some like I say different. Never mind. The team I I faced the same team 2 times in a row. Japanese players play to win in Pokemon VGC.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like it's very brutal. Like I played against Alola and Ninetales 2 games in a row in my one tournament I've played. This weekend's actually gonna be Regulation J, which I'm a little bit shocked because they've been mostly doing based off of like what the official tournaments will run. But I guess Terra Run,
Hmm.
like it's called the Terra Run, which is like kind of like one of the bigger online community tournaments for Japan. I know they do a in-person one sometimes, but it's Tokyo based, so boo.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it's fun. But I remember like I was practicing with Will the day before, and I'm like, I don't feel confident in this, and I'm thinking about not doing it. And he's like, you should still just do it, like give it a go. And I did. And then I remember messaging everyone else 3 games in. I'm like, bro,
Yeah, you
I'm
realize
I'm gonna
so over it.
DQ. Like this
Yeah.
is well,
Yeah.
I think a big thing, and because like originally I was like to do this for people like, oh, it's easy to get into it. I recommend it for ranked if you want to give VGC a try. But I was using a rental team. I think there's just something. I'm gonna sound anime here for a second. There's something like friendship something like training your own team or whatever. If that how dumb that sounds, but like,
That's cool, you know.
but
I know
like,
what you
yeah,
mean. Like, it's like kind of like you put your hard work into training it kind of thing,
yeah,
pretty
or
much.
like even with like TCG,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? Like you put all that work in like figuring out like instead of net decking, like building
Per-
your own kind of like cards.
personally, personally, I don't give a damn. When Champions comes out, I'm using those sliders. I'm putting those EVs in. It takes so long. Like I love Pokemon
Yeah.
compared to Pokemon, but like man, like the deterrent for me has always been the time sink. And there's so many other games I want to play, so much other stuff I want to do. And like, I guess for me, like I love training a Pokemon up, but I don't want to sit there all see like training a bunch of guys. And that's
Mm,
always my biggest.
Yeah.
It's obviously like it used to be so much harder. I remember my brother, he trained up some Pokemon in some older Pokemon games, like EV training, and he
mm.
was doing all kind of the Destiny not breeding stuff to kind of get the perfect
That's too much
natures
for
or
me.
whatever
I'm
else.
not about that.
And well, yeah, exactly. But that's just so much harder. And they have streamlined it, they have made it so much easier. But
But money
I'm looking forward
grind.
to Master because I'm a no the money's whatever in game. The money's fine. It's more the busy work of like doing the super training, getting all training up. Then it's a barrier for entry to even do it in the first place. That's why
Mm,
I personally use Showdown just because I'm like I obviously not playing in the games, but Showdown's so much easier. So because of
right,
that, I'm really excited for Champions because I
right.
probably play competitive more with the champions because they just take so long otherwise.
Like,
that's just
I'm with you.
me with it. But
Because the thing is, like,
yeah.
for me, I've with champions also, I've caught the Pokemon, so that counts for me. I don't care if I'm doing sliders. I'm happy that it's like a lot faster. Because like right now, I'm doing a daily Ace tournaments in Scarlet and Violet just so I can have like more flexibility. Because like that's the grind of getting the Pokemoney to get the proteins and stuff. That's the hardest part for me. Like that's just like it's so because it's boring. I'd rather be doing something. I'd rather be just battling and practicing. Right.
That's
but
what I mean though. Right? Like you skip all the busy work. Put your sliders on, you get battling.
And so, which is why I'm super excited with champions. I'm so excited.
And then like, yeah, I mean, usually for me anyway, I'll make a team do a battle, I'll win a game, then I'll lose some random stupid strategy, and I'll be like, I'm salty now, and then I give up anyway. So I probably do the same thing in the real game. I just cut out all the extra work of training it, which I don't think
you kind of feel locked in unless you have like a full time, like it's your full time job. Right.
Yeah, I mean, some people find it really fun, and you said you find it fun. Power to you. Like, if people enjoy it, go for it. For me
fun. I never said that word.
It takes two. Okay. Well, some people might find it very enjoyable, but to me, it's a lot of busy work and something I don't personally like.
I like seeing the results. Like, I like seeing, like, because, like, recently I tried something a little bit different with Basket Legion, which made me feel like it felt like. Because, like, I didn't do... Because I feel like when you start out, you just max out 2 things and then put, like, 1 protein or something in, like... And that's how you kind of start out. But I finally, for the first time, experimented in, like, not fully maxing out stuff and, like, kind of more customizing it more. It actually felt pretty good. Which is why I think I like ZA. Not... Like, just because, like, it's so easy to get money in that game. Like, to easily train.
Yeah.
Before I get off on a tangent, like overall, VGC in Japan has been just... It's... come to play. It's not like I feel like there's unless like maybe if I start my own tournament series maybe that'll be different, but like come to play because it's very much a cutthroat world there, kind of opposite from the TCG because and like this kind of connects because like in Japan the TCG you have so much opportunity throughout the year and so many different tiers and levels, right? That like oh I'm only been here and I just want to get a field gym battle. Oh, I want to actually compete, but I'm still kind of new. Trainers League. And then you kind of move up in that. But then you get VGC, it's like, community ran, Terra Rune, I'm getting my ass beat. And it's just like, and it's just like, oh god, because like I won a single battle, not set, battle in that entire like thing that I did. So it was like,
I think,
yeah.
I think in saying that though, I think obviously there's different tiers for competitive stuff in Pokemon TCG, but players here are very good. TCG.
Oh my gosh, yes.
To win. Like there are lots of instant strategies you see. Like I remember actually this is I think quite interesting. So Tim Danklin, he's on YouTube. He did a video for Blood Moon S Luna, which is really fun. And I actually did see his Blood Moon S Luna deck that he apparently made or theoretically. I saw it in a Japanese tournament before because I faced it in a Japanese gym battle. Because that's how I knew about it. And I was like, and he in his video he was like, "Oh, I've made it," which his version, fair enough. But I faced Blood Moon S Luna and lost to it in a gym battle, and I was like, that was a really strong deck. And I saw Tim Danklin's version, and I was like, wait, that was the deck I thought. It was pretty cool. But I think there's one of the because obviously get the cards earlier, probably is mainly the reason they can really what's the word?
Like test it. They can like lab it. They can
test and they can front run a lot of these strategies that you see. And obviously then the Western formats have them afters, but then there's a bit of a like a
regional split.
A delay.
So
yeah. So then interesting formats in the Western Mexico, like I think Mega Absol Box. I don't remember seeing that at all.
It wasn't good here.
In any, I don't think it's even that great here. I mean, in the City League games, I didn't see any Mega Absol boxes. I don't remember you guys ever facing one.
I saw Golden Go.
When I checked the results, I didn't really see any Mega Absol boxes either. But then in the West, it was popular. So Japan was like, let's try that. And I think that's a really healthy thing about having all these meta games that are different because there are just different things with it. But obviously, Japanese players are really good and they have a lot of really good strategies.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so I think overall though, like, what would you guys say your experience? Like, I guess just 1 out of 10. Like, what do you guys experience as foreigners playing in Japan? Do you think it's like for me, it's like, I mean, it's a solid 10. Like, and not just because, like, one, I get to interact with another country and like language and like just like it was a way for me to improve my Japanese, as well as I've honestly met some of the closest friends of my life like doing this here, like, you know, because like I do think having that safety net of English, like a small English community, does help you get off your feet, but then pushes you to try like reaching out into like the extended Japanese community with trading cards, which has been like such a great experience. And like even my wife's just like, you know, like, you haven't gone to cards in this like yet this week, like when are you going, or when's card game night, because like she knows like it's, and then she'll even play with me sometimes because she knows it's like an important thing to me now, and it's like really cool.
Yeah.
I think for me, sorry,
no, go ahead, no, finish.
I think I was joking about zero just then, but I think it's been like a very solid 10. Like, you know, I feel like I really can't complain about my card game experience here. It's like a nice, welcoming environment. People are really friendly. My personal highlight was getting 9th place in City League. My personal non-highlight was losing to Alakazam, which
Keeping you out
made
of
me get
top
9th City League. That deck sucks. Yeah, it was really fun. I started playing this year, and I was very happy to. I was hoping I would have got top 8 and maybe gone further, but getting a 9th in City League, I don't think is too bad for only playing for a couple
It's pretty
months.
good. Missed season 2,
I
but Shogunai.
Definitely. Yeah, we need to get the next. We'll do the next one. Anyway, I think it's been a really fun experience, like having met a bunch of cool people, and like it's nice to kind of do it. The card games wasn't really cheap here, so like, I mean, it's still gonna eat into your wallet a bit, but compared to like, I mean, I see the price of some cards in like on like Reddit for like whenever I go on the like One Piece Reddit, for example, and people are saying that, oh, this card is this price, and complain about the prices, and I'm like, that card's like 200 yen or less in Japan, like, and they're saying it's like $20 for a card, which, I mean, when I played Vanguard in the UK, I remember cards, some like the cards that I need as like staples for my deck were like £20, £25 for one. Those same cards are like less than a couple hundred yen here, so it's really, and that converts to like, so like for pounds, like 100 yen is 50 pence. So like you're paying like £2 for the same card that would be 20 quid in the UK. Like, it's so cheap and so affordable. Like, I go a bit ham buying my decks. Like, I have like 10 One Piece decks now. It's too many. But when I can get, it's like when I can go in like a shop and buy a bunch of cards for like 10 or 15, 20, 30 yen, and you can build your deck up really easily. And you spend like, you can have like 1,000 yen, which is in pounds, £5. You walk in, slap it down, and you get a full deck out of it. And that's like, sometimes a completed full meta deck if the deck's cheap enough. Especially for Pokemon, which is really cheap here.
Yeah, 33 yen bins.
Pokemon might run you a little bit more because like some of the staple items and trainers are a bit more expensive. But let's say for 2,000 yen, which is £10 in the UK, you can probably make your deck.
You can win games in a tournament too.
To a good standard.
Maybe not win like an entire tournament, but you can do like pretty well.
I mean, I mean, you can just make your deck as it is. Like, I'm saying you can make a completed deck that is the same as what would be in somewhere else, like 2,000 or 3,000 yen, because it is just that much cheaper here. If you want to bling it out, at that point it's going to cost you more. But
playability but you don't need really to, right? Like you even like the meta cards in Japan, it's not too expensive. I think like the most expensive Pokemon card that's like saying, the most expensive meta Pokemon card's like 1,000 yen, which is like maybe I think 15 for like the precious cart was at one point.
Ace packs are going to run you a bit, but it depends on what you do. But either way, I think Prismatic has been like a very solid 10. The Japanese has improved. Met some really cool people. Cards are fun. So, how about you, Will? What's your opinion about cards?
I'm also giving it a 10. I've met a bunch of great people. I haven't been going as much as I would like to, nearly as much as I'd like to lately, but I really do want to go back and play quite a bit because I miss them. I miss the community.
Miss you too.
One part I really like about trading card games in general is the community, because everybody's so nice and heartwarming, like we've said before, and you know, it gets to I've gotten to a point where, you know, when I do show up to the gym battles now, to the locals, and it's been a while, the people there are like, oh, hey, it's been a minute, where have you been, you know? And that to me is like, yes.
But you
Yes,
made it.
I
I
did
made
it.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I made it.
I found myself
like
a
I made
spot.
it. I did it. Yeah, and that to me is what I really kind of looked for, both in the English and Japanese side of the card game community. So I'm glad I found both of that. I'm glad both sides have been extremely nice to me, and no, I've gotten to improve my Japanese a lot. A lot of it mostly just card game lingo, but improvement improvement is improvement, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, no, like another thing that I'm just remembering now too is like if you get into these communities with the Japanese people too, like back home when you're done, just like when you're done, it's like, hey, you want to go get dinner? You want to go stop at McDonald's real quick? You want to go to whatever fast food chain or whatever? Like
We do that.
same thing here. It's like yeah, same thing here. Hey, when we're done, let's go get ramen afterwards. Something like that. So
Yeah.
you, I think I've been I've had a great experience here. As long as you're putting in effort, people around you will notice it, and that's
Absolutely.
my big piece of advice if you want to play here. So yeah, 10 out of 10 experience.
All right. Well, with that, we are reaching about an hour and a half on the timestamp. New record for longest video. Have fun editing this one. but
I'll try.
it has definitely been an amazing episode, and thank you, Nick, who I guess is below me, at least according to this screen. Thank you for joining us on today's episode, and we hope to see you again soon as well.
Yeah, it was very fun. Thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, Nick. We appreciate it.
I'll do my best to yap more in the future when you guys do more podcasts.
We love yappers.
We do love the yapping, but
we
thank
don't
you
want
guys.
yapper, so.
Yeah, absolutely. But thank you guys so much. We will be back next week with some more ZA news and encroaching on ZA's DLC itself. But you guys all have a wonderful evening, day, whatever time of day it is for you, and we will see you guys next time on A-Specs.
See you.
Bye.
All right, I'm going to stop.